Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. We are here for the final day in my advent calendar series. So yep, we're here now on the 24th of December. So a very Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed this series. And my offering for today's advent calendar is this huge ring bound journal. So the size of it is, let's just have a look. Just under 6.5 inches by, oh, I can't actually see, I think just over 8.5 inches. The front and back cover, they are the covers of a hardback book. I've covered them in paper and then I've Mod Podged over them. The back is quite plain, but it's just got some lace going down there. It's on the large book rings. And then the front, again, it's covered with the same paper, inked over, Mod Podged, and then it's got this lovely paper on top. And then I've collaged up loads of different things. So we've got some lace here, some more of the blue paper to kind of tie it in. We've got a little number, got a couple of metal corners. We've got some lace going down the side, a little bit of lace here, a bit more lace here, and a little flower. And then we've got this gorgeous gem in the middle of the flower. And then on here, we've just got one of those metal keys, sort of wrapped in some lace, and then the word journal on one of those book plates. I've stitched that onto the lace to pop it down there. And then here is some stamped fabric made into a yo-yo with a button. And then clipped onto the large rings, I've got some lilac lace. The colour scheme of this throughout is this gorgeous teal and kind of lavender or lilac or purple type shades with some ivory as well. So I love how this turned out. It was really kind of, you know, a different colour mix to put together, but it's, you know, hopefully you will think it looks really pretty. So you've got some lavender or lilac colour lace there, and then you've just got some ivory lace as well. And then also clipped onto there, I've got this little, whoops, this little sort of amethyst colour, like charm gem slash, it's like a crystal. And I received this in Happy Mail, but it was just such a perfect match for this journal. And then here, one of those little lacy button hangy things, which we've made during the mass makes. So it's got some lace there. So super pretty. And then the closure of this is one of those Tim Holtz hitch posts. So it just hooks round with a hairband. So going inside the journal, as I say, I mean, it's pretty full, but I really did have a good time making this. So I hope that you guys are going to like it as well. So on the inside of the front cover, obviously, as I say, it's that hardback book. So again, I've covered it with some gorgeous paper. So these papers here are from my Paris bouquet papers. Got some lace trim down the side, some more lace here. And then an upholstery fabric sample is creating a pocket on there. I've got the word memories there that I've just printed and stitched onto some lace. And then I've covered the whole lot in some of this pretty pink lace and then some lace trim across there. So it's very lacy journal, forgot to say. And then tucked into that pocket, I've just got a little foldy kind of, well, piece, I guess. It's some coffee dyed paper, and then I've just done some very light stamping, which actually kind of emulates really the patterned paper. It really looks very similar. And then I've inked around on the edges with some kind of pinky purpley type colour, and then put a scrap of paper on there, and this word, I'm not going to attempt to say it, but it's French for umbrellas, I think. And then some lace up here and a little flower. And then when you go inside, you've just got a couple of pieces of paper there for journaling. And then you've also got here a couple of little journal cards clipped on. So the paper clip is just an altered paper clip with some lace trim and some ribbon. So that all just clips together and goes into there like that. And then on the facing page, I have to just keep checking that I'm in frame because it's such a big journal. It's a bit of a struggle to, you know, fit it in. So on the facing page, we've got some paper here. So these are, or this this page is from my free background papers from last Christmas. So these are available on my website, shabbydabbydoodah.co.uk. These are more of my Paris bouquet papers. This is some papers from a 12 by 12 paper pad. Layered up some little bits and bobs, and I've stitched on some sewing pattern paper ruffle and a flower. I've got some lace at the top and some lace down the side. A stamped postcard piece there on some of my food coloured paper, and then tucked into that postcard I just made a little fold out with a little printable there, so that just tucks in like that. And then tucked into this piece, this is just a vintage image which I've just backed onto some card to make it look like a vintage photo, so that's that one. And then going over the page, so all of the actual pages in here are made from they're either scrapbook paper or they are, you know, printables that I've just folded over and stitched around to form, you know, good weight pages to be able to pop lots of embellishments. And then of course you've got some plain pages for journaling as well. So on this page, obviously you've got the stitching from where it's been stitched together. You've got some lace trim at the bottom, and then you've got here one of those Patricia Varimontes pockets here. So lots of bits layered up on there, and then you've got a pocket at the top as well, and then tucked into there, oops, how did I do this? Right, tucked into there, I've just got one of those little fold out pieces. So a kind of like faux envelope-y type piece, and it just tucks into that book plate on there. So that just tucks in to there, and you have got a pocket at the back, which I must have missed putting something in. But so you have got the two pockets there. And then here you've got another pocket here on the side. So I just tucked in a printable there. And then you've got this lovely piece here, and again some more bits layered up, and this is another pocket, oops, where I tucked in just a printed out version of one of my vintage photos. So that just slides in there. Of course it's always much trickier when you're doing this on camera. When you're not doing it on camera, of course everything just slides in and fits perfectly, doesn't it? But the second that you switch the camera on, of course things don't want to go back quite as they came out, so I'll have to adjust that in a moment. And then on the facing page we've got more of that lovely scrapbook paper, and I just formed a pocket, and then there's a little sort of banner piece that's also a little tuck, so I just popped that into there. Some lace trim, a little ruffle, some more lace going off the edge of the page, and then up here again got another one of these pieces, some lace trim and a bow, little faux postage stamp, and a printed postage stamp, little bannery type piece. And then tucked into there I just put, this is some vintage book page, and it's plain on the back, so perfect for journaling. And then another one of those vintage pictures, so that all just tucks into here. And then going over the page, so I love how this one works. We've got a pocket here with kind of a piece on top, with this piece acting as a little tucky flap, if you see what I mean. So it's like the whole lot's held into like a belt in the middle. So I love how that works. And of course you could journal on here, and don't forget, obviously being a ring bound journal, I mean you can actually take these pages out and they would lay flat to be able to journal on bits like that. And then tucked into here I've just made a little sort of flip out piece, and it just opens like that, so just folds all over, and then that just all tucks in to there. So it's very compact, but actually once you fold it out you've got quite a biggish piece of paper there. So that just tucks in there. You've got some lace trim and a butterfly, again more collage of papers, so I love the colours in here. And then tucked into this, which is also a pocket, so it's kind of acting as that belt mechanism and also a pocket. You've just got, again, a little printable tucked in there. Then you've got some plain pages here for journaling. So these are just some coffee dyed pages. I've got some stamping, and just, you know, on odd pages, I've got maybe some papers coordinating stuck on there. I've got a flower here and some lace trims. Here, just a postage stamp and a little flower, more stamping up the top, and a little fabric ruffle. And then here some lace, a little vintage postage stamp and some doily. This gorgeous food coloured paper there with some stamping and a ruffle. And then here just another postage stamp and a flower. Another postage stamp there with some trim, a little flower and a butterfly, and some lace, and then plain for journaling there. And then on this page So again, we've got some pretty background page, and then we've got here a corner tuck made from the scrapbook paper, some lace trim and a bow, lace at the top and a lovely butterfly, and then we've got sort of a couple of bits layered up here. We've just got a printed you know, printable on there. I've again sort of inked around quite lightly, but just some touches of pink that just pick up the pink there. And then tucked in here, another one of those vintage photograph printables. So they just tuck in like that. And then going over the page, oh, I love this spread, it's just so colourful. So we've got some lace trim going down this edge of the page, some fabric ruffle up here, and then this gorgeous collaged up kind of piece here, which has got what do we call it, vintage book page flowers on here, one of my umbrella printables, vintage postage stamp and a butterfly, and then tucked in here we've got just another little printable there that just tucks in to the side. Okay, on the facing page I've got more of that scrapbook paper there, beautiful papers in the background, some lace trim here and a bow, and then you've got some bits layered up. Another one of my printables which actually has got a little you know, place there for another journaling piece. And then here, this is one of my windows printables, and what I've done, I've just with a craft knife cut the windows so as they open, and you've just got a secret journaling spot then just popped into there. So really kind of cute. And actually I've now forgotten to put something in there. Let me just grab a couple of journal cards. Right, so I've popped just a little stamped piece in here. So that just slips into there as a journal card, and then up here another one just pops into there as well. Okay, going over the page, we've got here one of my pockets from my Perfect Pockets kit, and that's got tucked in it just a little foldy flip envelope like that, and this envelope I think is just from my Purple Rain kit. So most of these papers, they're either from my Purple Rain, my Paris Bouquet, I think that's kind of the main papers, and then mixed in a few others. So like here there's some amongst the amethyst and things, but on the whole they're a mix of my Purple Rain and my Paris Bouquet. Sorry, my mind went completely blank. So that goes in there, and then here I've got some lace trim down the side and this ribbon there, and then I've just got one of my little printables there just tucked into the side. And then up here you've got one of those little coin envelopes, and tucked in there again just popped another sort of printable in like that. Oops, like that. Lots of lace and things as well, lots of lovely beautiful purple flowers. And then on this side you've got here an altar paper clip again with some pretty lace trim, and that's holding this little foldy piece closed. So on here you've got another one of my windows from the window printables, and it's tucked behind this butterfly. So I just again took my craft knife and again opened the windows for a bit more secret journaling in there. So they just tuck really neatly behind that wing of the butterfly. You've got another one of my umbrellas, and then in here I just made a journal card here, just kind of clustered up some things and put one of my freebie dictionary definition printables. I love how that tag looks, it's so pretty, and that just goes into there. And then on this side I just took some more printables and I've just attached them with a little lilac brad in the corner, so you've got more room for journaling on the back. So these have all been coffee dyed, so they just go in there. And then tucked into this side, oops, oh my goodness, I can't pick these bits out today. I've got another one of those vintage pictures, again just mounted on some card, so more journaling space here, and obviously a few more things layered up in the background. But that's that page, and then that clip just goes on like that. Oops, like that. And then obviously you've got lace down the side and lace at the bottom. And then going over the page, again, I love how this page looks. So I think this is another one of my perfect pockets, if I recall, and this is some more of my Paris bouquet papers in the background. And tucked into this pocket up here, I just popped one of my group photograph printables. That just goes in there like that. This is one of my little lockets that go kind of, or complement the Claridge's background papers really nicely. So put some lace on there, and I've stuck it onto like another kind of journaling card, and then you've got some lace trim at the bottom, a butterfly here, and then tucked into here, which is also a pocket, again just a little printable of a vintage photograph, and that just goes in there like that. And then on this part, or on this page, or this page is again, oh gosh, let me just find something else for that pocket. Okay, so I've got another vintage photograph there, printable. So that just tucks into that postcard, and this is an envelope. So you've got, again, pretty papers, obviously the stamped postcard, and then tucked, or turning over. On this side, I just love how this envelope looks. I mean, it's just really simple. So we've just got distress ink kind of dyed up the envelope, and then just literally this on the flap and some lace, but it just looks so pretty, to be honest, because the rest of the journal's so busy. It actually, you know, just looks really good with sort of the bare minimum really there. And then tucked inside, I've just got some more of those Paris bouquet papers, so look really pretty. I do want to just point out they are a little bit creased here, where I obviously wasn't patient enough to wait for them to dry, but you know, to me it just adds to the vintage kind of puffy type feeling. Then you've got another one of those vintage images, again backed onto card like that. And then on this page you have got a little pocket at the top, and in there you've got another one of those little foldy pieces. You've got here a butterfly, a mason jar here with some lace trim at the bottom, and then tucked into this side, again just a little journal card in there. Oops. Again, struggling to fit it in because I'm now on camera, of course. I mean, it just makes you laugh because you can do this, you know, every time when you're not on camera, but as soon as I'm on camera, I can't then get it in. Right, again, I'll come back to that. Umbrella and things, and butterfly and various bits layered up. And then going over the page, I love this double page spread. So the back of these pages is some wood scrapbook paper. But I've covered it in the main with some of the Paris bouquet on both of these papers, and then put some lace trim down the sides, a little bow on here, and then this here is obviously a little pocket here with some scrapbook paper, and here I've just got a little butterfly stapled onto some sewing pattern paper, and then tucked into the side I've just got this little fold out flippy, which I love how this looks because I just tuck it in like that, and then it just goes under that butterfly, and it just makes the page look really kind of I don't know, just really interesting, and yet it's something so simple, but it just kind of adds layers and yeah, makes it look quite layered up. Eiffel Tower there, and a stamped postage stamp. And then on the facing page we've got obviously lace trim down the side, more of those Paris bouquet papers, and then we've got a little flippy with again the Paris bouquet papers, so that just folds out for more journaling space in here, and that just closes shut. I'm actually thinking I could have done with some Velcro on there, so I might just quickly add some Velcro dots while I'm doing this video. Oh, I just love doing these flip throughs where I'm right by my stuff. I know I've said this before, but I mean, I used to do them downstairs, and you know, of course then you didn't have the option of adding things because, you know, of course I was downstairs without my stuff. So this is so fantastic to be able to actually just add bits and pieces. So there we go. Yeah, I like that better. So you've got obviously a Velcro closure there, which I just absolutely love. So that's your flippy, and then up here you've got more of that scrapbook paper, and it's got a flippy, it's got this ribbon across here and this postage stamp on some lace, and then tucked into that I've also incorporated this little fold out, again with some scrapbook paper, and then I've covered it with some pink food coloured paper as well. So that all just folds in there, and it's got a wooden like scrapbook covered chipboard tile with a stamped Eiffel Tower, some pearl trim, and then that's also a pocket for, again, another printable. So love, love, love this page, really pretty. And then going over the page, you've got another one of my perfect pockets here, and tucked into there I've just got a little fold out of some coffee dyed paper from my Purple Rain kit, a little purple flower on there, and then various things here, some ruffle. I think this is another pocket, so you could always pop something else in there, and you've also got another pocket up there, so lots and lots of room to tuck things in. I'm just going to kind of slip that under there as well. And then here you've got more pages for journaling. So you've just got some lace and a vintage postage stamp and the flower. This is on the food coloured paper. And then here you've got a little stitched cluster onto this. Got some more stamping. Here you've got sort of a variety of items, a little ruffle, some ribbon and a postage stamp. Here you've just got some lace and a printable, more stamping in the corner, and then plain for journaling, and then here another sort of clustered up piece up in that corner, and then on here another just dictionary definition and a vintage postage stamp. Okay, and then going on to this page, we've got one of those double over the page pockets. So we made some of these in the mass making, and for those of you who didn't see it or haven't seen them, it's just 2 sheets of paper folded over and kind of, you know, one shorter than the other, if you see what I mean. So basically it glues onto the page like this. So we've got a pocket in here, and again just layered up some bits and pieces, and you've got a little journaling card tucks in there like that. Then I added a flippy onto this one as well, so you've got that fold out there with some bits layered onto it, so you've got more journaling space there, a flower, fabric ruffle and some diamante, and then some lace up here with a number tab. And then tucked into this back of the pocket as well, you've just got another journaling card. This is just a stamped image with some kind of pearly, you know, on some pearly paper. So that just goes into there like that. And then going over the page, of course, you've got the other half of that, you know, that over the page double pocket. So again, layered up some bits and pieces, an umbrella and a journaling card there layered up, and you've got some lace trim, another one of those little ribbon banners, and then some lace trim down here and a butterfly, some fabric ruffle and some diamantes and some faux postage stamps. And then up here I've just tucked in a journaling card that just goes into pocket number 1, and then pocket number 2 I just took one of those stamped postcards and popped that in there. Okay, we're on the last page now. So this is the inside of the back cover. So again, it's that hard cover. And what I've done, I've taken one of those CD cases, which I printed onto, and it's printed obviously with the Purple Rain papers. And then it's forming a tuck spot here behind it, and also obviously a pocket, you know, in it, if you see what I mean. So you've got some lace trim here, some lace out at the bottom, the word memories, a little flower there, some lace trim down the side and some diamante, and then tucked in behind it. So tucked in behind it, I've just put some of those gorgeous Purple Rain papers, and then just put some lace trim down the side. They're all coffee dyed, so they go there. And then also tucked into there, and I just popped in one of the purple umbrellas there. So it's, you know, that's like the focal point inside that CD case. And then I just, again, took one of those book images and made it kind of like a photograph that tucks into there. And then just at the top, I just layered up a few little bits and pieces. So these are some of my printables. This is a stamped image, and obviously that lace there. So that all just tucks in like so. And then the photograph in there as well. So, I mean, it's a pretty huge journal, I have to say. Had a great time making it. It was really, really lovely to work with such vibrant, gorgeous colours. and then the whole thing just closes and obviously hooks closed with the hairband. So I hope that you like it. As I say, just like everything, you know, that has been in my advent calendar series, this will be listed in my Etsy shop at 2 p.m. GMT, which is 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, good luck if you want to get it, you know, but feel free to just head over to my shop, just have a look at it in, you know, in the shop. And yeah, happy Christmas, everybody. I hope you've had a wonderful lead up to Christmas. And for anyone who's kind of going to be on their own at Christmas, or, you know, not kind of celebrating with family as they normally would or anything like that, I have got something planned for Christmas Day, which I would absolutely love it if you, you know, if you have time and, you know, are at a loss for something to do, you know, I would love you to join me. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas Eve, and see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Happy Christmas. Bye.